Greetings and thank you for joining me. This is Dr. Jonathan Ellerby. You can look me up at jonathanellerby.com, and of course here on Facebook I have a pretty big video library, as I have been recording every day live for the last 2.5 months to help people get through these strange and difficult times. Not long ago we also started doing evening meditations, which are sometimes live at 8:30 or posted a little bit earlier but available at 8:30, or recorded earlier and available at 8:30. At any rate, if you tune in at 8:30, you'll find something every day to help get centered, grounded, and face whatever it is you are going through. And there can be no mistake, if you are in the United States in particular, this insane time that we have been in over the last 3 months has for many of us emotionally gone from bad to worse. Of course, it's been difficult to be at home with quarantine for so many people. Some people are very fortunate to have home lives or environments that are beautiful, or maybe they're just introverts like me, which might surprise a lot of you. So it's true, for some this has been a nourishing time and a time of great exploration and renewal and revisioning what we want to see in the world. And yet, just as we've come through the challenge of quarantine, whether it has been rewarding or challenging or both, at least here in the United States, things have exploded into a much greater challenge in a way that really should be felt by every citizen and resident here. If you're watching this live, you know exactly what's going on. If you don't, this is just, I don't know, I guess a week after the murder of George Floyd. We have seen, I suppose it's more than that, but we have seen nearly a week now of protests, in some cases riots. We're seeing extremes of political division to the point where even decorated military generals are standing at odds with the president. It's like crazy, man. I don't even know what to say. I'm just trying to think of how to frame this for someone who watches this later. It's a mess. But the question we have to come back to again and again is, how do we face this consciously? And how do we keep our hearts open when, we're already tired, we're already stressed, and now there's just so much sadness and so much uncertainty. If you're watching this, consider yourself blessed, consider yourself privileged, because you have a device, you have internet, you have a home, and you have some peaceful time to take something in. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a moment of gratitude, and then we're going to go into a very simple heart-opening meditation. And the simple message is that whatever your feelings are about what we're going through, and whatever you feel you need to do about it, it's always going to be stronger if you can do it from a place of love and spiritual groundedness. So without any further delay, thank you for joining me. Let's close our eyes, take a big breath in, and just like a sigh, we're going to do that about 4 times. And this is just kind of that guttural release. We're now going to focus on a very structured breathing technique. You're going to breathe out to the full extent of your breath. You want to breathe out, eyes closed, spine straight, breathing out until your stomach muscles contract. Then you're going to pause right at that moment of contraction, and then just a refreshing inhale in through the nose, and then hold that in. So, long exhale to contraction, pause. Full inhale in through the nose. It's going to naturally be a diaphragmatic breath to the belly. Hold it. So count about 4. And then again, extend that exhale till contraction. Pause at the end. Inhale through the nose. Hold for 4. Continue. And continue this cycle, breathing out to the absolute maximum extent of your exhale, holding it a moment. Inhale through the nose fully, pause for a count of 4, and repeat. Just a couple more times you can do that. And increasingly focusing on stillness, silence, calm. We are not excusing the world. We are not escaping the world. We are simply focusing in for the moment on the place that is eternally peaceful, on the place that is eternally connected to love and wisdom. Find the silence in yourself. And as you come to that place of quiet, you can let your breath now be soft, regular. And put one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. I like to do right hand on the chest, right hand on the belly. And as we take a moment to pay attention to the stillness that's growing in our awareness, the silence that we are connected to, just consider that the same silence that you are touching into right now lives inside every living being. Every protester, every leader, every rioter, every police officer, every doctor, every nurse, every COVID patient, every child, every animal, every insect, every plant, every stone. The world was born from this infinite silence. It is available to any of us and all of us. As a way to release the chaos that surrounds us and yet connect more fully to life itself and all beings everywhere. From this silence and this centeredness, draw your attention to your heart, beneath your hand. And imagine a loving energy that lives there inexhaustibly, whether it's your love or not, or the universe's love, or God's love. It doesn't matter what you call it, but there is an inexhaustible spirit of love inside you. Now picture it, imagine it, feel it, connect with it. Maybe you give it a color, maybe you see it as an energy, maybe you sense it. If it's hard to connect with, then conjure a memory of someone or something that evokes love in you until you feel, sense, imagine the vibration of love at the very center of your being. Now imagine you can breathe into it. Feed the eternal love inside you with the very life force that comes from beyond you. Spirit, source, life, breathing it in, feeding love inside yourself. Don't let your mind wander to who deserves what, to whether you're ready for this, to what you're going to do next. None of it matters. The only thing we're concentrating on is the energy of love inside yourself. And then, little by little, feed it and imagine it growing inside you. Imagine it flowing through your chest down into your hips and your pelvis. Take a moment and really be with the energy in your survival center, down in the root of your spine and in your pelvis. Let the energy flow through your legs down to your feet and toes. Picture light, energy, love moving through every cell of your body and being, down to your toes. It's moving up now into your shoulders, overflowing into your arms and hands. It's moving up through your neck and throat into your face, your head, your brain, your whole body now illuminated with this unconditional energy of love. It is not yours to manage. It is not yours to build. It is only yours to be aware of. And then when you're ready with your next exhale, feel that field of love energy moving out. Compassion, blessing, kindness, nourishment, radiating in all directions. Picture it flowing up towards the sky, the night, the full moon above. Picture it flowing down to the earth, the ground, the soil, the highways, the oceans, and picture it flowing out in all directions. Imagine it flowing through your city, a cloud, an invisible cloud of compassion, of kindness, of loving nourishment for anyone who needs it, anyone who wants it. You are radiating like the sun, this loving power down every alleyway, into every apartment, into every congregation of protesters, police, patients, caregivers. There is enough of this energy to feed every soul alive. And imagine it moving through right now, right now. Imagine it moving through right now to all beings everywhere. This inexhaustible source of love moving into all beings everywhere. Imagining that in this moment we together are evolving every soul, healing every wound, softening every trauma, opening every mind and every heart. It may be a tiny increment, but it is a step towards the ultimate evolution of love on earth. You are the center of it in this moment. And you imagine every soul drinking this life force so desperately needed today. And of course, we remember people we love, people who've suffered. We remember the family of George Floyd, but we remember all the families of all people who suffer, of all people in chaos and confusion. We remember and affirm right now all beings who feel disconnected from their infinite source. May this be restored, and may we awaken each day more aware, more connected, more capable of bringing light and love to this world. As we come to a close, return to a focus on yourself. Love flowing, pulsing from the top of your head to the tips of your toes and back up, radiating around you. And just imagine you are in a bath of everything you need. And you are whole more than you know. You are healing more than you know. And you are one with Spirit more than you could possibly imagine. So thank you for your time, and thank you for being with me. And of course, you can do this meditation again and again. In fact, this meditation I recommend you do every day, at least once a day for the next week. as we try to radiate the peace that we want to see in the world. Find it in yourself. Share it with those you love. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.